And we're live. Take the time, are you there?
Yeah.
So, did you take notes too?
I did.
Nice.
Not sure how well of a job I did, but
Well, you're
yeah.
talking. Hang on. I'm just gonna get my chat thing up because yes, I am going to be live chatting with you guys as it goes, or not, because it's not going to work. Oh well. Thank you. No, I took some notes though, not too many, but
I took notes on important stuff and key details of the plot too.
yeah. Hang on. Let me just get my earbuds plugged in.
All right.
All right, so we are in. I took points on more like tiny stuff, really more like I took notes on like if a character was adorable. So I think we should. I think no problem. I think we should start with your notes though. So
All right. Um.
all right.
So. So should I just read off my notes or?
Wait. Oh, hang on. I just was getting one of those, those idiotic things where. So tell me the point. Tell me. Hang on. So let's first just stall a little bit before we get to seeing the actual points, because the episode was pretty good. You agree, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love that Happy Ruby though. I mean, that was so adorable. And I have many notes like that. In fact, maybe we could go through my notes first, except for my big point, which is a speculative. So one thing I noted was how adorable Peridot was in this episode.
Yeah.
Then to coming out to that little pot of gems and falling twice.
Yeah.
I think this was truly her at her most little Peridot-y. Also, I absolutely loved Ruby and Steven's idea of acting casual. Because this is something that I noticed in almost all of the shows do it. Like, when a character is trying to act like something or lie to a friend or do something like act some way, and this is a thing that almost all shows do, they are awful at it. They are absolutely terrible at showing that.
Yeah.
Another thing I'll say is that the fact that the 5 new rubies are interesting. All 5 of them.
Yeah.
I
took notes on some things on them.
Yeah. We have the one who I had said before, who I'm gonna call Happy Ruby, because she's the one who's always in a good mood. Then we have Leader Ruby. We have iRuby, who I think is a pirate.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you want to create a meme from this video, it's Ruby is a pirate. So, and then there are 2 more. There's Lazy Ruby and Action Ruby. I love how you get to hear the same actress's voice doing so many different personalities. I seriously think that is hilarious for me. Because of the fact that, because of how different they all are. So going from there, I absolutely loved Steven's explanation of baseball, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought that was just precious. And I think it's hilarious how Sapphire and Ruby were flirting that entire game.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Also, we get to see Ruby, Sapphire, Pearl, and Amethyst all together for the first time.
Yep.
That's something we have yet to see before on the series.
Mm-hmm. Because when they split the first time, Garnet fused back before they encountered again, and then Garnet was before she split was at Keystone Motel. So yeah.
Yes. And that is an actual place. I like the stuff they have there. No. But so but to not be the most loving of the episode, I have to say that I think I would have expected a little more of Pearl and Amethyst's reactions to them, because what they haven't seen in 14 years at least.
Yeah, but I guess they were trying to pretend to be humans. But they weren't right when they first appeared, so.
Right. Another thing I liked is how little Lapis cares. Lapis is going to be that emo teen person to Earth. She is not going to care. I mean, I think it's funny in the game, she bunts.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't. Yeah.
What else do I have? I liked the climax a lot too.
Yeah.
That I mean, once again, Peridot tripping over her own feet a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, every single little thing about Peridot is adorable and interesting. So
yeah.
Who doesn't love her by this point?
Yeah.
And I'm wiping my eye for some. And what?
Never mind.
So now we go into your plot points. That's just my general thoughts. Like my little fun things to point out. So, shall you tell me what you have for notes?
I noted that it was a calm episode intro screen instead of some of the ones they've had on special occasions.
Oh yeah, it was. This episode I don't think is going to be considered exactly a filler episode in the series, but it's going to be one of those more I feel ones that slightly advance the plot. I honestly think that the Rubies going to Neptune are really going to bite Steven and the group in the butt.
Yeah. Especially when the one Ruby thanked them for it.
Yeah. I mean, still, I did, and I think it was kind of stupid also at the same time how basically they fused to become Garnet again. Or what's it? Oh.
Right. Because they have a. You can go.
Oh no, you can say.
Well, never mind.
No, you continue.
I'll let you go first while I try and figure out how to say it, I guess. If that works.
No problem. Take your time.
Basically, it seems more like fusion is a more it wouldn't just happen randomly, but still, I guess.
No, it wouldn't unless they loved each other very much. Because when a daddy gem and a mommy gem, despite them both all taking on female characteristics and all, love each other very much, they fuse into a bigger gem that's twice the gem that you are. So, we're not notes. Let's just see. So we have your notes that you sent on the rubies. So there's one-eyed Ruby, aka Pirate Ruby.
Yep.
You're calling them Karate Ruby.
Yeah.
Feminine Ruby.
Yeah.
Is feminine the one I like a lot?
Yep.
And then we have Visor Ruby, which is the leader. Also, we had that one more that was Newbie Ruby. Newbie Ruby. That's fun to say.
Yeah.
Newbie Ruby. Ruby, Ruby, Ruda.
I didn't know the Visor Ruby was the leader at first, so I went up and added that later.
No problem. So then,
And then I marked the "Haven't I caused you enough trouble" from Peridot because that shows character, I guess.
yeah, Peridot is hiding in the barn. I think the whole time that Peridot is some of the best parts of the episode for me. Because just, and I like how she actually goes out of her way to protect the other gems. I mean, this is definitely a gaining character for her. Don't you think?
Indeed, yes.
It's continuing her character development, yet sadly, I don't feel like she's going to be going back with them. Great. Yay for not adding more characters to your main cast. I cannot believe how bad Cartoon Network is going to end up treating this show, because once the status quo changes, like the people at the barn, you can't really show these episodes out of order ever. Like, how would you like it if someone showed you Peridot at the barn and then showed you the first episode? Or no, not
or Warp Tour. No Marvel Madness.
No,
Warp Tour.
You see, children, Super Watermelon Island goes before Jailbreak. No, if they did that, I would flip. So then there's Ruby goes into the Ruby group and infiltrates it, and they're here and figure that they're here to retrieve the leader of the Earth mission. So yeah, and that's who Jasper was. She was much more, because compare that to the person who they don't trust, Lapis, and low-ranked Peridot.
I guess. Although Jasper was technically Peridot's escort, I believe, or at least that's what Peridot referred to her as.
I don't remember what Hypnosis Man was saying in the like referring to in the chat, but he says it's a delirious ruby. Okay. Hypnosis Man, I need explanation. So yeah, so our Ruby gives away their position in the barn. And I think it's, and so another note is Steven challenges to baseball and calls it a human thing, which is a part that's interesting because baseball is one of the most boring sports on the planet.
Yeah.
After all, hit the bat, son. Hit the bat. Okay. Fun. And then they all go to play baseball, and Lapis doesn't like it. That's one of my favorite parts of the episode, just Lapis's personality in this. Like, how little she cares. It's great. It is absolutely great to watch. Then we have Steven explaining the rules and explaining them as the game goes on in his cute Steven tone. It's so weird for me. Like, even after we know that Steven's 14 years old, it's weird to think that he's 14 years old at the same time. Because and we have someone named Steven Universe fan in the chat now. Saying Inglés en serio. No clue what you're saying. Hang on.
I'm guessing Inglés is English.
Let me find out. It is. I'm really speaking in English in the chat. So, person in the chat. So, also, thanks for the notes, by the way.
You're welcome.
We need these nowadays. And so, yeah, I think it's funny that our Ruby tries to fail, but another Ruby throws a home run.
Yeah.
Also, I still really love the Sapphire and Ruby flirting. It's so cute.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm gonna really just call from now on. Hi, Gem Ruby. Your new name is Pirate Ruby. Enjoy! And wait, the Rubies assumed Amethyst was a ruby?
Wait, did I say that?
Yeah.
Oops.
After all, we all know that amethysts are a subgenre of ruby.
Yeah.
What would you
I meant purple human.
Yep.
Mind of ruby.
Purple
I guess.
human. And then we have Ruby and Sapphire flirting, which, as I said, it's cute to see how gems flirt with each other.
Mhm.
Also, I really do like the voice actress of Ruby, who's also Chloe on We Bare Bears. I think she really plays a good, like, adorable character.
Mhm.
And then we have Lapis bunting the ball and walking around the bases, continuing with our little theme of emo Lapis.
Yeah. Which
Hang on, let me.
I guess, yeah, that fits what I pictured and all. For now, I imagine it's going to change a bit in the future, somewhat, but. And
And so we also have Ruby trying to help teach Sapphire. I think we're gonna go off the notes and just like so. Basically, after this, that we find out that they want Jasper instead. As someone in the chat of our last stream spoiled.
yeah.
Ugh. You have no clue how ticked I am with this person.
And you noticed? Did you notice how? Sorry, but did you notice how the Ruby did the fire baseball throw?
Yeah.
Towards Sapphire. That's probably well. That confirms that
think
Ruby
that-
has fire.
Rubies have the fire alignment and Sapphires have ice.
Yeah.
It's weird when you think of Garnet being a fusion sometimes. I mean, seriously. Seriously. Oh yeah. I like how Steven lies to Peridot, and then Ruby, stop being cute. Sapphire, keep your eye on the ball. That line was cute.
Yeah.
And so.
And then the pun intended one.
Yeah. And Ruby and Garnet accidentally fuse, and the Rubies see that they are gems and fuse. And yeah, Peridot really is showing her improvement. And Steven says Jasper's on Neptune. Oh, and one of the funniest lines is Peridot calling herself the new leader of the Crystal Gems. You know?
Yeah.
Imagine if that actually happens one day. Imagine if eventually Peridot does take up leadership.
It'd be ironic.
Yes,
for
it would.
Homeworld. Them having Paradox as low class. Well, I guess every single crystal gem is low class according to Homeworld.
Yeah. Well, Garnet can't be that low class.
Well, she's a fusion of 3 different types of gems.
Oh, yeah. True, but well, yeah, you're right. But other amethysts aren't. Hang on.
This is not completely grown in the return. So
yeah,
she'd probably be seen as dysfunctional.
And Pearl, we all know that Pearl's low quality because Pearl.
Yeah.
So we are almost done with what we have for notes. And so we also have leave One-Eyed Ruby says thanks, and Newbie says we just got here. Newbie Ruby, Newbie Ruby. Sorry, so much fun to say.
Yeah, and I wonder if that "but we just got here" line and the Neptune sounds like a lovely planet. They might have meanings, because if a Ruby thinks Neptune sounds like a lovely planet, then she might or have thought that Earth was lovely, and then the other one. Okay.
Neptune's right next to the sun, right? Like it's close to the sun, right? Or is it no?
It's farther.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. Because it would be funny if it was actually like Venus Venus or Mercury, because those are like two. Well, on.
Sorry.
So finally, let's get to my thing. What does this mean for the series? Because I think overall, this is going to lead to some major changes in events in the series. I think it's going to be changing. But I also think that this is not the end of those rubies. It really isn't.
Definitely not.
This is kind of like Warp Tour as far as its role goes. It's going to establish these characters, and we're going to see them later on. We know their mission. We know they're going to try finding Jasper. And wait until they'll be ticked. I mean, see, this is scary because I'm curious if Jasper's dead.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but still. He's stuck in the middle of the crust. Anyway, I think we've talked about what we need to do for this episode. And thank you guys who actually stuck through watching this. It was a brief stream today. We'll be back again next week, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
Tim the Time Lord has helped me. Just saying, you've helped me so much improve my stream quality.
Glad I can help, I guess.
Yep. And we're going offline in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1.